Good morning and welcome to this edition of the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show. We have a lot of interesting subjects to talk about. A little bit later in the program, we're going to meet a gentleman who you've actually met on this show before, who is actually opening up a new bakery, and he's utilizing some of the students that have gone through his program. We'll talk about that. Also coming up, we're going to talk about a day of prayer across the city of Pittsburgh to try and deal with some of the issues some of the wounds, I should say, left open by street violence. But we begin with a new organization, first time appearance on the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show, the Grandmothers of Pearls. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Starting with Donna Bundy Ford, Sandra Bundy Simmons. I didn't write that on my paper.
That's okay.
And Maria Nolden. Welcome to you all.
Thank you.
All right, so Donna, let me start with you. Who are Grandmothers of Pearls?
It's an organization just for grandmothers or greater, to give a way to give us camaraderie together, make friends together, a way to be able to come out and fellowship with other grandmothers.
Okay, so Sandra, what kind of stuff what do you all talk about? What do you do?
Well, we have entertainment every month that we did meet at our gatherings. We had an entertainment piece. We had a inspirational and informative piece. Mm-hmm. So we always had someone come in and do entertainment, inspiration. We always had an entertainment. And we ate.
Well, it's not a gathering unless there's food there. So, Maria, tell me what you've gotten out of this organization.
Yes, I like the fact that some grandmothers that don't be able to get out, that's their, their means of coming out, that once a month. Mm-hmm. And we also do like trips and stuff.
Okay.
For the grandmothers, so.
So you meet once a month. Where do you meet?
Well, this is the first year that we're only doing it once a year.
Oh,
This is our first year, but up until this year, we did it once a month.
Okay, all right.
But this is something new for us.
Okay, so now, is that this big event we're going to talk about?
Yes.
Okay, tell me all about it.
It's on July 29th at the Wyndham Hotel in Oakland.
Okay.
From 3 to 7. Mm-hmm. And we have the entertainment is Raynard Ford Jazz Quartet, Vanessa German, she's a poet and artist.
Yeah, performance, yeah.
And
Cynthia Jackson, she's going to tap dance for us.
Tap dance?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So how much are the tickets? How do people go about getting a ticket?
The tickets are $40, and you can call Donna's home at 412-241-0166.
Okay, so Maria, tell me who should be coming on July 22nd.
On July 22nd.
Who should be there?
Great grandmothers.
29.
Oh, 29th, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Grandmothers and greater than grandmothers. That means great grandmothers,
And great.
And great.
So it doesn't matter how long you've been a grandmother?
Oh, no.
No.
See, I'm kind of getting at this because I have a 10-month-old grandson, so technically I could come
You're
to this.
eligible.
Yes.
So then,
And we would love to have you come.
Oh, yeah.
are there issues, do you think, that grandmothers face that you all can talk about that people don't even realize? You're nodding your head.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's grandmothers that are raising their grandkids. We have a lot of those there, too.
Yes.
And this is a way for them
To get out.
They don't have to take their grandchildren with them. It's just for them to sit down, have a meal, get entertainment, and have a good time with the other grandmothers.
You know, and that's a good point, I think, because sometimes we look around and let's be honest, some of our kids are doing crazy things. Mm-hmm. And as a result, grandma's picking up those pieces. Mm-hmm. And I don't know of a whole lot of support systems for grandmothers who are doing that.
Yes.
There isn't.
This is the only one that I know of. Mm-hmm. And the only thing you have to do be in our with Grandmother of Pearls is be a grandmother or greater and wear a set of pearls. They could be
You see, we got pearls up in the background.
They could be real or costume, so long as your grandmother, and if you don't have a set of pearls, we'll loan you a pair.
Okay.
And the grandmothers love coming there. They love it.
Yes.
Now, is there a significance in the pearls?
Pearls are unique.
Yeah.
And grandmothers are unique. A lot of nowadays they don't, put the grandmothers up like they used to, you know, but
Well, traditionally, that was like one of the elders in the community, and people respected our
something
elders.
unique, you know, but that's why, because grandmothers are as unique as a pearl.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. So, Sandra, tell me how many members you have and how many would you like to have?
We have between 80 and 100.
Wow.
Yeah. 80 and 100, and they all don't always come, but
Right.
most, when we were meeting, 60 came, 60 or more came.
No kidding. See, I expected you to say 20.
No.
Well, actually, when we first started off, it was maybe like 25 to 30.
And then one tells another and one tells another. Yeah, okay. Give me the specifics of the event again. It's July 29th.
Yes, at the Wyndham Hotel in Oakland, and that's 100 Linton Avenue, and it's from 3 to 7.
Okay. And Sandra, tell me who's likely to come. I know I'm eligible to come.
A grandmother or greater. And a grandmother or greater is eligible for coming.
And then it doesn't matter how old you are, because
at
some of
all.
our grandmothers are young. We have a lot of
Yes.
young grandmothers.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Actually, we
had
had,
it-
what's her name? Miss Lillian.
Miss
She
Lillian
was
Allen.
107.
Oh, Lillian Allen, sure.
She was one of our faithful.
Favorite.
My first hairdresser, yeah.
And she never missed the grandmothers of pearls.
Oh, no
Never.
kidding. No kidding.
Do I have time for a short story
Sure.
about Miss Allen? So one time, we used to meet at the library in Homewood.
Okay.
Miss Allen came, and the elevator was broke. And I said, Miss Allen, I am so sorry. We can't get you up there today. You know what Miss Allen said? She was about 101 then. Miss Allen says, I'm walking the steps. And she walked all the way up the steps.
Oh, my
Yes, she
goodness.
did, and I
yeah.
sat right at the top with a big bottle of cold water and a chair.
For her. And you know, and I can see her walking up those steps.
Yeah.
Ladies, thanks so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you for
July
having
29th
us.
sounds
Thanks
like
for
a
having us.
wonderful event, and
Hope to see you there.
eligible to come. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, a day of prayer here in the city of Pittsburgh that's really designed for families who have suffered loss, specifically to violence. So don't go away. And the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show continues.